Good morning, I guess good afternoon. April 24th, 12:01 p.m. Eastern, 2022. I just want to check in. Today is the day that we release kind of the clips of creation, I think is what I like to call it. It's just snippets as we go through it, as we're thinking, as we're making decisions, as we're making choices, as we go through the creation of the legendary. So today is the clips of creation. That's going to go out by email. It's going to go out on social. We'll reach out to everybody. We'll reach out to Nick. We'll reach out to Ross. And I think the deal with this one is it doesn't matter if it's today. If it's today, that's great. It doesn't matter if it's on Monday. It just we'll get them to share it. We'll figure out how we can do that. It's a bit longer of a clip, so we'll look. I think worst case scenario, they can just put out the pre-order stuff. The information is going to be on the product page. Okay. It's a more kind of intimate kind of thing anyways, like you're here, this one's for you. But we'll put it out there to just shine our light. It's like a bat signal in the sky. And it's just, that's what that is. And it's like, if you see that and you're interested in that, and you're like, yeah, I vibe with that, then like, great, come on over, like, let's go, like, let's get on and let's move. But so like, that's kind of the purpose on the Funko News accounts. You're just shining your light through them and like sending your message out into the world. And like, you might grab some attention of some collectors that may really, really enjoy the experience and the products that you provide. And those are the people that we're trying to reach. Now, when we shout that message and we do these things, not everyone is going to be on board for this for one way or the other, whether it be just premium pricing of it. That's something we've felt and seen throughout the entire journey of vaulted vinyl, but you understand that there's just subsets of people that react differently to things, and it's nothing that you can do. It's like we can try to get the whole world to love us, and we'll continue to move in that direction. We're just going to be good and do good and create great products and experiences, but we also know that not everybody's going to love us. You can make some of the people happy some of the time, and I think as we move along, it's just making the best decisions that we can with the information that we can and figuring out what's the best experience here and figuring out, can we make it better? What can we do? And also knowing that you're going to be able to look back on everything that you do and be able to look at ways that it could be better, how you could have done better. But that's the beauty of it, is that you go through that, you do that, and you try to be as great as you can be in the moment. And then as you go along, you can look back and you can learn and you can take notes and you can think about it. You're like, okay, where did I go wrong here? What did I do right that we can do more of? You just learn and then you improve for next time and you move forward. And that's kind of what it's all about. But today is April 24th, as I mentioned, 12:04 p.m. Eastern now, 2022. We're gonna show the clips of creation. So kind of what's happened so far is we went out with the teaser, the new tier teaser, the new tier page, the sign up, and then we came out with this raw reveal, which is like an exciting kind of clip that kind of gives snapshots along the journey of like what's to come. It's a good preview to the product, and it's not what I liked about this one, and I call it the raw reveal because it's not like we're coming out with these beautiful product images. Even though the product images are real, there can be some editing for lighting and shading, and it's not completely raw. And I wanted to come out and be like, let's give it to them the rawest way that we can. So it's like, okay, we're not going to go out for product photos for this teaser or this kind of preview. So we went with video, and then we went with snapshots along the journey, and then a couple videos at the end with the hammer, just to give a preview of what's to come. And now today is the clips of creation, and what that is a 4-minute video, something like that, 4-minute video of snippets of the journey as we've gone through creating this. And it's a long time. It took a long time to create the vaulted vinyl legendary, right? But really what it is, it's decisions separated by time. And a lot of those decisions can be made in the moment when you had everything that you need to have, but there's a lot of times where there's time in between those decisions. Like samples have to get made. Things have to ship. We have tennis balls are in other people's courts. We're waiting for responses. okay? And, these clips are moments along the way where we're in there trying to unravel the knot of the problem. And the problem at the time was, which route are we going to go with this? You really kind of get in emotionally with the product and the experience. And you're like, what can make this as great as it can be? And there's choices that you have along the way. And it really kind of comes down to, at the end of the day, where's your line? Like, what's your standard? And the standard on this one was, how can we make the best Funko Pop hard protector ever? Like, what else do you expect that we're gonna come and do? And that's what we went and did. And it's material, the product, packaging, the messaging, the name of the product, like so many things. Airdrops, okay, how we release, how you go about all of it. And this is a product on just the specific product side, that we went and when we first started the journey of going down the heart protector route, I knew the North Star was the best in the world, better than anything else. And I had my ideas of how I wanted to, of what needed to happen for that to be. And, I had, initially when you go in certain directions, you kind of have this is my budget, this is kind of where we want to be. And we went way over that, because it's like, one, the material prices went up, you got freight, all of this stuff that you're dealing with. So there's all of this stuff that's kind of out of your control that you have to navigate as you go along the journey. And we did that. And we always came back to, how can we be as great as we can be in the moment? And we make decisions. And one of the big ones, one of the massive ones was the product, or the material. And we went through a ton of different materials. But once we kind of found the material, one of the big questions, like a fork in the road, was, there was many along the way, but one of the ones that really is sticking out to me is the scratch resistance nature to this, the scratch resistant nature. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Nothing is perfect. But we had the opportunity to just go with a regular, normal, nothing, just like anything else out there. Or put it through this chemical process that takes a considerable amount of time longer, that costs a meaningful amount of money more per unit. And you're like, man, this is gonna increase our budget by a lot. But you were looking down that way. You look down that way and you're like, that's a better product. Like, if we're trying to be the best that we can be, it's that. And I think, look, it's great. I think you have that in the moment, and to be able to do that, and to be able to go down that route and have that opportunity and move in that direction, you look, and it's just grateful for everything and fortunate. But those are decisions that we had to face along the way. Was like, hey, we could go this way, but is that going to be the best experience that we can give? It was along the entire way. It was the material. It was, scratch resistant versus not. It was, how is this thing going to be packaged? Like, that was a big one, and it's an interesting one. I chose a more unique, artistic, story route to this, a more emotional route to this one. And we'll see what you guys think about it. I fucking love it. Especially, when you tie together how we're releasing this. It's an experience, and it's not just the product, okay? The route we took with this one is like, this is the story. It's the product and the story. That's like the offering here. And it's like, you're not buying the story. We're giving the story away for free. But giving the story away for free with how it was created and behind the scenes of how you're thinking about the product, it's just another layer to the experience of the product, because it's like, you're going to experience the physical product, you're going to enjoy it, you get to experience the unboxing and the messaging there, and the airdrops and all of this, and the become legendary, be legendary. But then also, that, and then also on the insert card, designed for the passionate video, like this one's going to be there again. And it's like, man, then you get to see the creation of it. That's a different fucking layer. And it's like, could you go out without that? Yeah, of course you could. But it's like, when you can do anything And we have the opportunity to do this, and we have the resources to do it, and we have the videos to do it. I've been recording. When you can do anything, what do you do? And it seems you come back to that question, and a lot of times you can be met with fear with that question, and you can hesitate. And it's something that I still learn along the way, that I'm still learning. That fear can still come in, you know? But we're getting better at you can recognize it, and then you think about it, and then you get perspective, and you fight for that perspective, and then you get clarity. But when you're doing that, you realize that you're more powerful than you think you are, and you can do it. Like, you can do anything, you know? And I think a lot of the things that, there's just a fear. There's a fear in there. And it seems to me, it's like if you can run at that fear and run through it, especially when you ask yourself the question, when you can do anything, what do you do? And like, how can you make this legendary? And think about how you can make it better, and then you have the opportunity to do so. You have the opportunity to do that. You can make it better for others. It's like you should head in that direction. Look at the resources that you have. See what can you really do here. What can you really do here? Don't cut out the fucking excuses. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. And with your resources and the network and whatever you have here right now, what can you do? And again, this is one of those things you're going to look back and be like, oh, I could have been better. I could have been better. It's like along the whole way. Just focus in the moment. Try to be as great as you can be. And today we're showing clips of those decisions that were kind of being made, but it's just, most of it's just video. There is some of me talking in there, but again, there's so much content, there's so much video, you're not gonna fit all of that in there. This is just to like show boop, 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 boop clips, okay? And then we show a little bit more, and we say, so it's just like a teaser of the creation. And that's today. And what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna watch it, because what we got timestamps, we got the image, like we got it all in there, we got it kind of timed up. We'll have to go, there's a couple things that we can look at, and then we'll watch it. We'll see how it feels, we'll see how we think about it and the sequencing of the messaging that we've already sent out. Is there anything that we should show? Is there anything that's better to show than something else? Make sure the audio's kind of tied up and tightened. And then what we'll do is we'll upload it to YouTube, and then we will, send out an email, then we will make a social media post, and then we will send all necessary information to distribution channels such as Funko Pop Instagram news accounts. And that's what we'll do, and that'll be the kind of that message that goes out. And then you move, and then we got to get ready tonight. We got to get ready with the product page, okay? Pre-order perk stuff, okay? So we got to get ready for that tonight, and we'll get ready for it, and like airdrops, the whole bit, and we have all of that. We just got to put it together and get organized on it. So that's where we're at. We're gonna keep moving.